Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Sony Michel, his first carry, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Jet bombers, jet bomber.
Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike to 59. I got it. Check.
Following the penalty, Michel. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. No gain, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Check, watch 54. Ready? Mike 54. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Man, I got you, man. Mexico. Out. Hey, watch it.
Blue draw quarters.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And they will run it with Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. What do you need?
Here we go. Turn right.
I got this.
3 down. Hey. 14. He's going deep. Get him.
21.
Mike's 57.
What's that hot?
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now Cook. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He's coming.
21. Hey, gun.
57.
1, Omaha.
57.
On the carry, it's Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 9.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Hey, let's get this.
57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Flow.
Check 24. Check 52.
General West.
From the gun, they run with Michelle. "38 yards on the scamper there.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a play fake, and it's Love. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Love. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Break the go. 5, 6 on 4. Call. 61. Matchbox.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Here we go. 180. 21.
I got one.
Hey, alert.
57 to Mike.
Wait,
Hey, check Mike, 57.
Cook following the penalty. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 12, fellas. Here we go. 180.
Coming this way. Here we go. Check your hot read.
80 weapon.
57's Mike.
Hey, check.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw is Garoppolo. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
12. 65.
They begin with Michelle on the ground. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go. 180.
Grip left. Tight end right.
2.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
I got one.
Hey, orbit.
57. Mike.
21. Here we go.
No.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I'm going to hit you all day.
2.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
57's a Mike.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
check, Mike, 57.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Luck on first down. That one complete. He finds Sharp and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. On 1st and 10, Locke. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So go. 140. 11 feet. 6-6. Pull it high.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A toss to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
65.
Hey, seam 6. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. The throw complete to Beebe.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
Go! Mike's 57's Mike. I'm going to run.
Clock! Hey, exit.
Rock 57.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
and attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Luck. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Alert, alert! Hey, check right. Strong right.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Luck. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
It's caught. This is White. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
12. Monday.
To the air again. Luck. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Check, nickel. Check, 11B. Jim.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Andrew Luck, as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
11.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Now on second and 13. Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there out of Cook. 51 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run, Cook, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
He's not going to get me.
21. Here we go.
57. Mike, 57. Yeah. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
They'll run it with Madison. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Mike, check. 59.
Hey, Haywood. Mike's
On.
Mike's 59. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
After the interception, it's Luck. Got a man open, that's Harry. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
59. Time to go. X3. 218. Chopper.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
First down, here's White. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
11.
Kill. Turn up.
Bravo.
59, Mike. Check. 59.
Mike, check. 59.
Hey, defense.
12.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Check out. 240.
Here I come. Slam.
Check it back.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Catch is made by Harry. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Alpha.
Watch the pass. 36.
Protein spill. 12. Hey, Delta.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Come on. You better bring it.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his man, that's Harry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Luck now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Luck. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Luck throwing again. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Hatchet. Check.
11B. Hey. High 7.
55.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck. He's got Jake Butt, his tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Hey, check.
55 to Mike.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. Buzz.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Xavier Woods on the tackle.
11.
Brings up second and
Recon, 152 fighter.
the 39-yard line.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
I'm coming.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Here we go.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Flag.
57's the mic. Mike 57.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes in.
He's got a man complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
21.
Rush in.
Go.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Too little, cupcake.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo, he's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, gun.
Bump.
13.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
57. Mike 50.
Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go.
12, fellas. Here we go.
57's a mic.
Smooth.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he finds Cook. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 22-yard
Check
line.
Mike 57. Mike 57.
Another another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
12.
Garoppolo. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Bullock good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey,
Strong right.
Check 24.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Monday.
55, Mike 55.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Tight dog. Joker.
11.
55's my guy, 55.
I know you.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
He don't know no better.
Luck gonna throw it. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Garoppolo now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
11.
Mike 57.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw, deep down. That's caught inside the 20. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Eric Ebron. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Whip.
11. I got you.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
One final try now for Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Eric Ebron. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Twelve.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Army.
Hey, Charlie.
57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Hey, gun.
Today, you are. Not today.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that